Welcome to the DynamicOps Extensibility Overview. My name is Rich Bourdeau, and today we're going to discuss the importance of cloud management extensibility and why DynamicOps extensible architecture provides the quickest time to cloud value. So many people think of cloud management as a standalone entity, when in fact it really has to fit within your existing ecosystem of existing deployment technologies, management tools, best practices, and even existing custom self-service portals. So the problem might not be as simple as this two-dimensional puzzle suggests, when in fact, if you have to support multiple business units, each with their own different needs and requirements, the puzzle is almost three-dimensional. The problem with building a solution that meets the needs of one business is that when you go to scale it to other business units, it might not meet their specific needs. And then the result is you'll get far less adoption than you had originally envisioned. So DynamicOps provides a variety of different extensibility options that allow you to customize and meet the needs of the specific business units within your company. At the first level, targeted at an administrator, we enable you to implement a business-relevant cloud that meets the specific needs of each individual business by just reconfiguring policies within the application itself. So the administrator can do this via self-service portal without having to write any code. The next level of extensibility is with our Design Center. It's a visual workflow editor that allows you to drag and drop activities and augment our out-of-the-box processes. The next level of capabilities is our DynamicOps Cloud Development Center. And this allows you to extend our cloud automation solution to new use cases that we haven't thought of. This tool is targeted at a developer. So let's look at a few of these in more detail. One of the things we've learned over the years is that context is key for cloud management solutions. The problem is that most solutions out there provide a self-service interface that allows you to automate the different phases of the life cycle, but they provide a generic approach where it's sort of the least common denominator. It's almost like the old Model T where every color, you can get any color you want as long as it was black. The same problem applies here. What's really needed to make cloud management more successful is to have the operational context. And by operational context, we mean the business-specific requirements as well as the user-specific needs. DynamicOps provides administrators with user-centric, business-aware policies. These policies enable the administrator to define services that are unique and meet the specific needs of each business unit. So let's now look at what we mean by operational context and how it affects the different business groups. So here is an example of what we mean by operational context. We have three different groups: dev test, production, and desktop. And each of them have specific business needs. The dev test group, they need machines quickly. So speed is the most important when they choose a provisioning methodology. And cloning works great for them. Production group, on the other hand, is more concerned about compliance to make sure they run the latest software revision levels, patch management, and so forth. So they're looking for an enterprise tool like BMC, Blade Logic, HP Server Automation, Microsoft SCCM. The desktop group, on the other hand, is more concerned about cost. Data center storage is far more expensive than desktop storage, and so they're looking for a provisioning methodology that provides a space-efficient use of storage. So they're looking at things like Citrix Zen Desktop, NetApp Flex Clone, and other space-efficient ways to deploy their application software. Even within the same business group, different users have different needs. So for example, the developer might not need to reside on Tier 2 resources in Boston, whereas the test engineers need to reside on Tier 1 resources running in India. DynamicOps allows you to address the needs of specific users and businesses through its policies defined in the cloud blueprint. So system administrators can define different provisioning methodologies, choosing from platform tools, enterprise tools, or space-efficient tools. That way they can define a service that meets the specific needs of each business unit. So for the case of dev test, they can choose hypervisor cloning, which meets the needs of that group. In addition to defining specific workflows for each of the steps within the life cycle, administrators can define custom properties that are associated with each one of the policies. These custom properties can be set statically as part of the blueprint, or defined dynamically by either prompting the user or by getting information from an external database. These custom properties can be used to create user-centric services from the standard blueprints. So for our example before where we had machines being provisioned in two different locations, the custom properties can define where the machines are actually provisioned. So not only can I create service offerings that meet the unique needs of the dev test group, but I can also do the same for production and desktop. The policies defined in the cloud blueprints not only determine the process and the steps that will be used as part of the provisioning and ongoing management, they also dictate where the resources will end in terms of virtual, physical, or external cloud resources. So after you enabled a business relevant cloud, the next step is to adapt it to your existing environment. We do that today with our Design Center Visual Workflow Editor. This tool allows you to take our out-of-the-box automation and customize it to meet the specific needs of your environment. This is a screenshot of our Visual Workflow Editor. This tool enables administrators to modify our off-the-shelf process automation by dragging activities from the activity library into the existing workflows. These activities can then be customized by passing parameters, either statically defined or from the custom properties that were previously defined as part of the blueprint. Using Design Center, administrators can add activities to the existing process automation. In addition, they can add additional commands to the machine menu so that they can perform functions like backup and restore or archive and reactivate machines. The last level of extensibility is provided by the DynamicOps Cloud Development Kit. DynamicOps provides modules that manage virtual, physical, and external cloud resources. These modules are stored in the DynamicOps platform where they're executed by the Distributed Execution Manager. Using Microsoft Visual Studio as part of our Cloud Development Kit, customers can extend DynamicOps automation to new use cases. They can create models which will automate new workflows and activities, and then package one or more models together to create a module. These custom models can then be injected into the DynamicOps repository where they are executed just like any of the standard DynamicOps workflows. These custom models can be executed locally or remotely, and the policies define where they actually get executed. DynamicOps provides an enterprise-class cloud management platform. Out of the box, we have the most comprehensive set of cloud management capabilities and multi-vendor interoperability. Our highly extensible and easy to customize architecture provides the flexibility to integrate into your existing ecosystem without the complexity of other tools. To learn more about how companies are leveraging DynamicOps extensibility, look at some of the case studies at DynamicOps.com.